Hello everyone, I am Dr. Kajal Mundada, and today we are going to discuss a very beautiful poem by the famous American poet Walt Whitman. The title of the poem is Song of the Open Road. Walt Whitman was a very famous poet, essayist, and journalist from America. Along with Henry David Thoreau and Ralph Waldo Emerson, Walt Whitman is also considered as one of the most influential poets and writers of America. This poem, Song of the Open Road, was first published in the year 1865. Originally, the poem is a long one divided into 15 different sections, and the poem that is prescribed in the textbook of 12th standard yuvakbharati is just section 1 of this long poem. Now let's try to understand this poem line by line. First, we will consider the title. The title of the poem is Song of the Open Road. Song, it means it belongs to the category of lyric poem or it is a poem that is meant for singing. It is a song. Song of what? It is the song of the open road. Now look at the selection of the words made by the poet. He is talking about open road, not the road that would be closed or that would come to an end. The road is open. So road here is actually used metaphorically. In the very title itself, we find that the poet has employed the figure of speech metaphor. Metaphor is actually indirect comparison between two things, two persons, or two objects. Here, road is compared to life or life as a journey. So, this road is not the ordinary road, but this is road to life or the journey of life. And this journey is open. It's not going to come to an end after a particular period of time, but the poet intends to undertake an unending journey. He just wants to move ahead and ahead and ahead, go on his path of exploring the world. Let's now try to understand the poem line by line. Afoot and light-hearted, I take to the open road. In the very first line, he says that I have set on my journey. How? Afoot means by walking on foot. I have undertaken my journey and I am light hearted. I'm not carrying any burden with me. I am light hearted. I don't have any worries. I don't have any tensions with me. Without any tensions, in a walking way, I have started my journey light-hearted. I take to the open road. The open road is actually the beginning point where you start your journey. I have started my journey on this road, and this road is open. It's not going to be a road with restrictions or with a end. There are limitless opportunities for me to travel ahead and ahead. Healthy, free, the world before me, the long brown path before me, leading wherever I choose. I am healthy, I am free, and the world is in front of me. I am healthy in a free mood. I have set on my journey to explore this limitless world and this long brown path that is there in front of me. It will lead me whichever way I want to move. Wherever I want to go, this road will take me. So in this way, we find that in these very first three lines, the poem represents before us the image of a poet who is a vagabond. Vagabond, a person who keeps on moving from one place to another place aimlessly without any objective as such. So here, the vagabond poet, he had set on his journey to explore the world in the limitless manner, in the unending manner. So the journey is symbolic of an endless voyage, we can say. Henceforth, I ask not good fortune, I myself am good fortune. Now look at the confidence and the optimistic view that is expressed in this line. What the poet says, henceforth, I ask not good fortune. I'm not asking for good fortune. I don't expect that here onwards I should meet good fortune because I am myself good fortune. He's so confident that he doesn't expect anything from the fate, doesn't expect anything from the destiny, nor does he have any expectations from the world. He himself is so confident that he says that I am good fortune and I'm not seeking after good fortune or I'm not asking for good fortune. Henceforth, I whimper no more, postpone no more, need nothing. And that's why I whimper. Whimper means keep on making continuous cries, keep on making continuous complaints. I don't complain. I don't make a series of complaints. However, my journey would be, whatever would be the hazards or difficulties that I will have to face in my journey, I will have no grudges against them. I will have no complaints against them. I am undertaking this journey in a very happy mood and I will never complain about the problems. And that's why I whimper no more. Means I make complaints no more. Postpone no more. I am damn sure I have decided that I will undertake this journey whatever happens, and that's why I don't plan to postpone my journey. Whatever I have planned, I am going to do it. And in this way, we find that the poet is continuously in the present continuous tense. He doesn't talk of the future. In the present only, he wants to be very active. He wants to be full of motion. And that's why he has no plan of being static. He doesn't postpone his journey. He is continuously moving on and on. In this way, we also find that the poem makes use of continuous there is no static or there is no stability as such. There are the images of mobility. Continuous movement is there, and that's why I do not postpone and I need nothing. I don't need anything. Without carrying anything with me, I have set on my journey. I don't need anything. I am a completely free person. I am a self dependent person, and I am ready to explore the world as it comes to me. I don't bother about the hazards. I don't bother about the difficulties that I will have to face. Just I have started my journey and I will keep on exploring the world. Done with indoor complaints, libraries, querulous criticisms. I have done with indoor complaints. Whatever are the complaints that are found inside the house or the indoor complaints, I have done with them. I don't bother about them or I'm not worried about them. I'm not concerned, in fact, with those indoor complaints. I don't want to think much about these indoor complaints or the day to day matters that keep on worrying the people. Libraries. I am done with the libraries. Library here again is indicative of the bookish knowledge. What he says that I am done with the libraries means I am not interested in the bookish knowledge, the knowledge that we get from the libraries when we read the books. In fact, I am more interested in gaining the practical wisdom, the practical experience. The open world is my library, and I'm going to learn from this open library and not the indoor library. And I am done with querulous criticisms, the irritating criticisms, that form the part of day-to-day life of every individual. We just keep on criticizing the people, we just keep on blaming the people, we keep finding faults with the people. But I'm done with this activity of criticism. I'm not interested in blaming the people. I'm not interested in quarreling with the people. I have done with these things. I have done with indoor complaints, with libraries and querulous criticisms. That is, the criticisms that keep on irritating the persons. I have left behind all these things and I have set on my journey. Strong and contained, I travel the open road. I am strong and I am contained, means I am satisfied and in this healthy, satisfied mood. So I am physically also healthy and mentally also I am healthy. I am content, means I am satisfied, I am happy, and I travel the open road. I have started my traveling on this open road. The earth that is sufficient. The earth is sufficient for me. He also knows where he wants to travel. And that's why he says that I want to explore this world. The earth is sufficient for me. I don't expect anything more than that. I do not want the constellation any nearer. Now, constellation here, basically, the meaning of constellation is the group of stars, we can say, or the stars in general. But here, constellation stands for two, three different things. First, if we take it in the meaning of the stars, we can say that the poet here is satisfied with the earth and his travel on the earth. He doesn't desire to reach the stars, nor does he desire to bring down the stars on the earth. So he understands his limitations also. He is not over ambitious to reach the stars, and that's why he says, I do not want the constellation any nearer. I don't want to go near the stars. In fact, I'm satisfied with whatever I have on this earth. Constellation can again be taken as the group of the people who are very influential in the society. Now, what the poet says that these people or that group is not my world. My world is very different. My world is not made up of those people who try to create influence in this world by achieving bright success or the people who are after achieving success. My world is not the world of those people, and that's why I do not want to be the part of the constellation. Means I do not want to be the part of these influential people. My world is definitely different. I know they are very well where they are. I know these influential people, they are very well where they are. Means these people are happy in their own world, and I don't want to be the part of their world. And that's why let these people where they are, and I also want to be free to explore my journey. I know they suffice for those who belong to them. I know these people are sufficient for those people who belong to them. Means these people always live for those people who are surrounding them, or their life always depends on the opinions of the people around them. But I don't bother about such atmosphere. I am free to pursue my goal of limitless travel. Still here, I carry my old delicious burdens. I carry them, men and women. I carry them with me wherever I go. The poet here says that though he had set on the journey, though he doesn't want any people or he doesn't want to be the part of any group, but still here he shows a sense of human attachment. He is a person, though he wants to be away from such people, but still he is carrying with him old delicious burden. The old delicious burden is actually the sweet memories of men and women. So, see how paradoxically the poet has made use of the statement here. On one side, he says that he doesn't want to be the part of the people. And on the second side, immediately in the same line, he says that he is carrying with him the sweet memories of the men and women. So, old delicious burdens. This actually is the metaphor. It stands for the sweet memories of his people, men and women. And this again is an instance of paradox where two contradictory statements are put in the same line. The poet says that he doesn't want to be the part of this world made up of men and women, and at the same time he is carrying with him the memories of these people wherever he goes. I swear it is impossible for me to get rid of them. He is damn sure, and that's why he says that I can take an oath. I swear that it is really impossible for me to get rid of the memories of these people. I cannot forget these people. I cannot skip the memories of these people. These people, their memories, they will always be there in my life. And that's why it is highly impossible for me to get rid of these people. I am filled with them and I will fill them in return. Though I have left these people behind, yet I am filled with them. Means my heart, my mind is filled with the memories of these people, and in turn, I also fill them. Means he is also confident of his place in people's heart. He knows that as he cannot forget his people, in the same way, people will also not forget him. As he is filled with them, they are also filled with him in turn. These last 4 to 5 lines the poet has put in bracket. This again has certain significance, we can say. Though the poem talks about the freedom, though the poem talks about the freedom from all the attachments, still the poet is not actually free of the attachments. There is human touch. However free you want to be from the people, you can never be free. So, that sort of tenderness of heart, the beautiful, loving mind, is very nicely reflected in these last lines. So, we find that in this poem, the poet Walt Whitman has made use of various poetic devices like metaphors, paradox, also, he has made use of, and different beautiful techniques he has adopted. Simultaneously, we also find that it is difficult to give the rhyme scheme to this poem because the poem is written in free verse. A free verse is a pattern of writing in which there is no fixed rhythm and rhyme and foot scheme employed. And that's why there is no rhyme scheme that can be given to the lines of these poems. In fact, free verse doesn't rhyme with the fixed forms. Maybe the poet wants to express the idea of freedom so emphatically, and that's why he doesn't want to be bound by the traditional meters and rhymes and food system, and that's why he has employed the free verse form to emphasize the concept of freedom in this poem very emphatically. In this way, we find that the poem Song of the Open Road talks about the freedom of an individual, the one who loves the world, the one who doesn't like to be bound by the limitations, the one who wants to explore the limitless possibilities in this world. This poem that starts with the metaphor in the title itself also ends with a beautiful paradox in the poem. I hope you like this poem. Thank you.